To Quentin Crisp. I don't know who of you remember Quentin Crisp, but Quentin Crisp was a wonderful, wonderful little guy from England. In the 1930s, he was wandering around London wearing a big hat and a lot of makeup and a lot of fancy clothes and a scarf. People kicked him, pushed him into the gutter. But he persisted. He was very, very brave. He worked all his life as a nude model in National Art School. And finally, in about the 1960s, he wrote a book called The Naked Civil Servant. And he got a lot of attention. And then they did a television special on that book with, they made him famous. And he came to the United States when he was 70 years old to go on tour. Is anybody listening to me? Anyway, I went to see Quentin at the Provincetown Playhouse in New York, and I thought he was the bravest person I had ever seen. He was a very small guy, and his show was he did an hour of monologue, and then he did an hour of question and answer afterwards. And I remember being very, very impressed with him because some lady said to him, "You thought so highly of Joan Crawford, but she died drunk and alone." He said, "It sounds ideal to me." So I thought, this guy is so great. So I, at that time, was giving various artists a little stipend to help them along. So I called him, and I said, "I'm going to send you $100 a month just to help you, do something, because I think you're very brave, and I think the United States needs to hear from you." And he didn't really believe me, but the next time I was in New York, I took him to lunch, and we went to lunch a lot. And after lunch, he told me a story, and I loved this story. He said he didn't come to the United States till he was 70, and nobody really liked him very much in London because he was so gay. The first day he's in New York, he's walking down the street with his big hat, his scarf, his jewels. A very large black man was watching him and walking towards him. And he thought, "Oh dear, what's going to happen? He's going to hit me, he's going to kick me in the gutter like they do in London." And when the man got right up to him, he looked down at him and he said, my, haven't we got it all on today?" And he said, "I realized I had come to the right place." I did a show based on Quentin called Quentin and I, about our friendship. And in it, the opening number is a song based on that incident called the My Waltz. Maestro. My, what a wonderful thing to hear. My, so much better than, oh dear. With a hint of surprise, I had made someone's eyes. I was thrilled to come over here. My, oh my, oh may, oh say, can you see? The streets of New York were oh so welcoming me. I was free to parade just the way I was made, to the smiles of the citizenry. My, I had it all on and was free as a bird. I had it all on when I got the good word. He could see I was one, and he thought it was fun. He said those few words, the best I ever heard. He could give me a hint, knock me into the gutter, but somehow he thought I was under the altar. When your time is right and you're somebody's nice, they love you much more than even your brother, or even your dad, or even your mother. My but my spirit soared up to the sky. It took me a lifetime to get to my lifeline, but I made it, and now I can fly.